Hey, so if you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
So, first one up, going back to that family foundation thing. My little brother had muscular dystrophy growing up. He passed away at 6. And strange thing is, I saw when I did this, man, like today's his birthday, so he would have turned 36 today.
Respect, bro.
So definitely would love to wish him happy birthday and take him out to dinner, man. And just kind of real quick, man, like on that, like me and my brother, I'm not sure my brother's in the chat, he's probably at work, but if he watches this back, man, we keep my little brother's memory alive just with our kids, man. Our kids have our middle names for our kids are a combination from my little brother's actual name. So
That's what's up.
we keep him alive, man, and keep talking about him. But that's number one on the list right there for me. So number 2, man, I'm a big sports fan. My heroes growing up were always athletes. So it had to be Kobe Bryant, man. I'm a huge Kobe fan.
Nice.
So definitely would love to have a conversation with him, love to have dinner with him, man. And then lastly, I think this guy is so fascinating, James Baldwin. I just from an author standpoint, the stuff he's going through back in that time frame, and would love to have a conversation with him, man. I think I'd find him so fascinating.
What would you ask him?
James Baldwin, what would I ask him?
Yeah.
Man, I think in this day and age with like the invention of like social media and like rallying around causes, it's a lot easier. You know, I hear stories back then about like, rallying guys that were big in like the civil rights era. Like, there's no Twitter, there's no Facebook. Like, they ended up being in. Sometimes he's from Harlem. Malcolm X is from Harlem. They're in the same place at the same time. Listen to each other speak, and they have this affinity for one another because they know each other's work. It's like, one, how do you get the work out there? How'd you rally around like people, especially after you moved to France, like that type of thing, like, you know. So that whole dynamic of how they leverage resources and leverage their voices, and that, I wonder how that worked. Also him being like a queer guy back in like the 50s and 60s, and what that dynamic was like with other kind of leaders. There's some, he mentioned a while back about how, he thought, MLK didn't really like him so much because of his sexuality type of thing. So just navigating those types of conversations and conversations that we're still having to this day, how he kind of navigated that back then. I think that'd be just a fascinating conversation.